gravity acts upon it, and it drops. That's the term drop. But here's the problem. Here's why we have a contradiction here in the Quran. Drops are not in the human body. They are outside of it. Human blood flowing through the vein is not in drops. Neither in the seminal fluid, which is emitted from the prostate. So the problem, the contradiction here is that drops are not in the human body because gravity acts upon it and it drops. So that seminal fluid, it is the seminal fluid that carries the sperm from the testicles as it exists the body, as it exits the body, then forms drops. So what the Quran verse is talking about is not testicles, but seminal fluid, semi-fluid, or whatever you call it. My wife is a nurse; she knows these things. But anyway, and what the Quran is talking about here, or should be talking about here, is sperm mixture that has left the body during sexual intercourse. It is the drop that the Quran says is formed from between the backbone and the rib. That is obvious. It's obvious, a blatant error. There's an error there, and it does say. I'm looking at the verse. It does say He created. Now let man but think what he is created. He is created from a drop emitted proceeding from between the backbone and the rib. My question to you two: how are you getting drops in the body when drops are not in the body? They're outside of the body.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Let me answer first as far as the drop is concerned.
That is obvious.
I think it was my turn, right?
Far
yeah.
from being medical, scientifically correct there. Go ahead, Christopher, your mic.
Okay. Actually, if I heard him correctly, he mentioned the name of the book. This is the name of the book he mentioned. I will post the link. You will see that what he said about the explanation of the verse in there, it's not exist. Open the link, and you can see by yourself. And if we go to the book of Al-Razi or any explanation he wants in Arabic, I can show you that even Al-Razi is giving us more details, and those details, they are really scary. Even Al-Razi, he is saying that the ribs of the women, they are the place where as a station for the sperm of the women. The sperm of the women. According to this, the Quran saying that the women, she have a sperm. This is a sperm. The woman, she don't have a sperm. Who said that women have a sperm anyway? This is a huge mistake. And if there is something is coming from her ribs, what is that thing will create the baby? The womb of the women is down, all the way down. There is no need to say, from the backbone and the ribs, the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. If you see in here the word between, which means baina, it's not saying from between this location to this location. No, it says between the man backbone and the women ribs. It's not between the backbone of the same body, the same human. There is two human. There is the man and there is the woman. So the Quran saying to us that gushing fluid is coming from between two parts. The part of the man, which is the backbone, and the part of the woman, which is her ribs. And this is a very, very huge mistake. And as you said, that the testicle of the man, they are out of his body even, and they are not in the back, they are in the front. They are totally in the opposite direction, and they have nothing to do with the backbone. And I'm sure our brother there, he will give me a speech about the new scientist discovery. The science, we go to school, I have degrees, I am not someone, he is coming from the street and is, saying to you, I am like, all of us, we go to school, I respect you. But what you are saying to me, it's against even what your prophet saying. You can open right now any explanation you want. I have all the explanation of Sunnah, and I'm assuming that you are a Sunni. You can start from Al-Faruz بحر العلوم، النكت، العيون، معالم التنزيل، المحرر، زيد المسير، تفسير القرآن ابن عبد السلام، مدارك التنزيل، الباب التأويل، البحر المحيط، التفسير، غرائب القرآن، الجواهر. Anyone you want, and you will see all of them, they agree with me, not with you. So it's very clear that you are trying to cover a huge mistake in the Quran, but I think you fail. Thank you.
With all due respect, I really appreciate the fact that you went to school and understand English. And Mr. the moderator, it looks like you're taking a position in this debate, and I would like to correct the word drop as you explained. If you go back to the American dictionary, or you go to Webster's dictionary, you will see that the word drop means this. And one of them is a very small quantity of liquid. It is not telling you coming from inside out or outside in. And in the body, you can find small quantities of many types of liquid. And I will leave my brother Nabil to go through those verses in order to show you where you are wrong, that you may learn something new tonight.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
I probably heard the sentence as well, maybe the statement, Al-Qur'an yufassiru ba'dahu al-ba'd. So if there is really a point, which means in English, that the Quran explains itself with itself. So this means if there's some verse in which there's a dispute about it and there's a confusion on somebody's side that don't understand it, then you go to the Quran in another place where Allah is also talking about the same concept. So here we are in Surah Al-Dahr, which is Surah number 76, and it is ayah, let's say we start with the first one, saying هل أتى على الإنسان حين من الدهر لم يكن شيئا مذكورا إنا خلقنا الإنسان من نطفة أمشاج نبتليه فجعلناه سميعا بصيرا, which means, has there not been over man a long period of time when he was nothing mentioned? Verily we created man from a drop of mingled sperm. So that's the term drop for the moderator. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, the usage of the terms and the terminology has to be also used in an honorable manner. So you don't have to talk about really sperm as a sperm. You don't have to talk about sexual intercourse using the term sexual intercourse. But there is an inference to the concept, and the inference so that you'll understand it. So this way, the Quran and the context, whatever the Quran, you will not find anything in it that somebody may accuse that there's some foul language in the Quran. So whenever you have a misunderstanding of a concept, let me finish this. Whenever you have a misunderstanding of a concept, then go to another area. And go to another area, and then you'll find you don't have to go to Bulugh al-Maram and all that.
Okay, I want one word from you. Now, this verse is talking about a sperm or not sperm, because what you are saying to me doesn't make sense. The Quran is saying this is a sperm, ma'un dafiq, which is going to create the baby. Read with me, please, Ibn Kathir, and you will see this is the hadith from your prophet. This is a liquid is going to create the baby. He's talking about creating the baby. And your God in the Quran always mentioned that al-ma'u dafiq, this ma'u dafiq is the sperm. This is the sperm, min nutfa, and the woman, she don't have a sperm. If you read the description of that liquid, it's a fine texture yellow. So he even given us a definition what kind of liquid we are talking about, where it's coming from. Now let me ask you a question. What is the liquid which is yellow and fine texture is going to create the baby? The egg of the woman is not a liquid. There is only one egg. The women have only one egg, not a liquid. Liquid, it means millions of drops. This is what the sperm is. Sperm is millions of drops. They walk together, they go inside the women when they have intercourse, and one of them is going to activate the egg. One of the sperm one of those drop of the sperm, millions of them will go